I see you, but I don't see me. Do you see me and not you?
I see you and barely me.
Okay.
So I'm going off. Do you see me? Am I okay?
You look great.
You look good too.
Perfect. Hey, welcome to another episode of The Men Fiona Show. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, man.
What?
I was going to get those stupid poppers. I might digitally add it or not.
Ooh.
It is episode 100. And we are very, there you go.
Right.
We're very excited to have reached this momentous milestone.
Yes.
I know, that's why I said it's momentous.
I don't know. Sometimes I can't tell if you're sarcastic, serious, both.
Both is the answer at all times.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for sticking with us. If you are new, thank you for joining us. As always, as we say at the top of every show, do the thing, go hit the bell and the like and the subscribe and all the things. All right, Fiona.
Yes, Matthew.
We are going to get into a super entertaining topic.
As always.
For our 100th episode. I'll have you know, dear listener and watcher, that when I asked her today about like, hey, what do you want to do for this episode? I said, like, we could just talk and reminisce and just, you know, have fun. She went, no, let's dig into this. So it will still be fun.
I suggested it.
I know, and I said,
as
sure.
an idea.
Yep.
And here we are.
All right. So we are going to get into a variety. Do you want me to start this or do you want to start this?
That's up to you. I can start it.
You should probably start it.
Okay.
You should start this one off.
I should.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fiona, you have the floor.
All right.
The floor is yours.
The floor is mine.
Speak away.
Well, wow. So apparently he didn't want to do this topic today, which I'm just no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much all we do is just talk anyway. So it's just a more
This happened while we were talking.
directed. Yeah.
That should be the name of the show.
While we were talking.
We were talking the other day.
While we were in conversation, this arose, and here we are. Okay. Anyway, so in talking about it, I did bring this up.
You did.
Threw it as a suggestion, and we are running with it. And when we got home before starting it, he had a title for said topic. You did. Do you want to share the title?
Ooh.
You could share the title.
Today we are talking about, there is so much preamble to this one. This is fantastic. It's the 100th. We're allowed. Running to the light.
Running to the light. So.
Which combines two of my favorite things. Good topics and song lyrics.
Okay, I was going to say music and, good topics. So, long story short, if you are wondering now that, we're about 5 minutes into the preamble, I don't actually know how much. Okay.
No, I started this a minute and a half late.
Okay, all right. Now that we are well into the preamble.
3 minutes in.
And you don't really know what we're talking about, I'm going to let you know. So, the topic that I threw out, being that it is the last week of October, he said, why don't we talk about Halloween? Not in the generic sense, but I feel like it's a topic that should be discussed.
Yeah, we have talked about it before.
We're going to do a little bit of a spin on it. But I couldn't avoid the situation or I couldn't avoid the topic, apparently. So here we are. But no, running to the light is a great topic for it. And when we were speaking earlier today, Matt had said something that caught my attention, and it was, why am I always constantly having to debate and defend my right or my decision as a Christ follower to not participate in Halloween? And as we went through it, first of all, to me, there's no debate and there's no defending. It's just a fact of our lives, and that's where it's going to stand. And there's reasons to it. First of all, as a Christ follower, that is what we do for many reasons. But anything that has to do with darkness, with evil, or anything that would make God mad purposefully, why would we participate in it? Why would we have our kids participate in it? You know, you can't have both. Simple illustration, you know, and I mean, my kids don't even care anymore. They're at the point like, man, we cannot wait till it's over. They don't miss out on it. They miss nothing about it. It is just a matter of like, can we just get on with Christmas? Which they are ready to decorate the house.
Home Depot had trees today.
I'm aware.
They had one weird skeleton and a boatload of trees.
Exactly. And that's where they're at. They're like, can we just get on with Christmas already? But, you know, I look around, it's that whole, you know, what's wrong with it? Well, let's look around. And I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure if you look at the stores or you look at any of the decorations and probably homes in your neighborhood, I don't see anything that glorifies God. I don't see anything that promotes who he is or what he stands for. And just simply like, you can't have both hot and cold. You can, so, hey, perfect example. I am enjoying my hot tea while Matt is enjoying his ice cold soda.
Yes.
Hot soda would be weird.
Yes.
It like, let's,
Yes.
like, I am not going to go boil my soda.
Cold Coke with hot steamed peanuts is delightful, but that's a different animal.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Didn't know that. Anyway.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have hot, he has cold. My tea, now you could do an iced tea, which is great.
But you can't do a hot iced tea.
But you can't do a hot iced tea. You could do one or the other. And if you would blend the two, you get to what is known as lukewarm. Mm-hmm. The scriptures specifically say either be hot or cold, because if you are lukewarm, I will vomit you out of my mouth. Not my words, scripture, right? And God literally says, choose one. Like, don't do both. Choose one. And if we are choosing, which we are, to live for Christ, walk in his ways, serving him, we have made our choice. We have made our choice to serve him.
Yeah.
Choose hot or cold, we chose hot. So why would one day a year we decide to choose evil?
Well, I want to dig into that for a minute because due to the lovely algorithms, I got fed a bunch of Halloween stuff today.
Right.
Because we were looking for stuff and going through a couple of things. And, you know, you can dig into this yourself. There's been a handful of books on it. There's been a handful of, Christian movie topics.
Right.
Not movies, but like
documentary type styles.
Things
yeah.
About the origins of Halloween. And you can sit there and go, oh, it's no big deal. We're just dressing up our kids. We're just doing this. We're just doing that. You can go find pretty easily some interviews with some Satanists or occult members or both current and reformed and some people that have been born again out of that.
Right.
And been delivered out of that. And there is an entire spectrum of demonic aspects to this.
Absolutely.
And you can come after me as hard as you want in the comments. I really
Please
don't care.
do.
Well, no, I don't need the drama. But go for it. Don't care.
Meaning open up for debate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not open for debate. There's no, you cannot debate the fact that there is a spectrum of demonic on the concept of Halloween. The day before is Devil's Eve.
Right.
The decorations for Halloween are skulls, skeletons, graveyards.
Vampires.
We've got somebody down the street who literally has bundles of something taped up to look like bodies hanging upside down in burlap.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can have as much fun as you want. As a staging person, I would love this.
You see the
potential for creativity is insane. But as much as you want to sit there and go, well, we just, we our kids dress up and they put on these cute little outfits and they do this little thing and they just go to the nice neighbors. Don't tell me that there's not a spiritual, like if you want to debate this in the natural as a Christian, which is a weird debate to try and have, that's a different conversation, right? The natural side of going out and dressing up and how that can be harmless.
When you're done, I have something to say about.
The natural side, you can say, sure.
Yeah.
But we are not supposed to be natural beings. We're supposed to be spiritual beings. We're supposed to be, hence the title, running towards the light. We are trying to be and supposed to be, we are called to be more godly. So why would we as parents,
right?
If you as an adult want to make a really dumb decision to glorify this or get excited about it or get involved in it, go for it. You want to play dress up as an adult? I will laugh at you extensively because you're playing dress up as an adult, but hey, you do you, boo. But as a parent, we're supposed to raise up our children in the image of him, to chase after him, to be more godly. We're supposed to set a biblical example for them. We've talked about this in the ridiculous simplistic terms of if you want to teach your children how important God and church is to them, don't pull them out of church to go play sports. Right? We've had that conversation. But you want to, for one night, for the sake of some candy, you want them to dress up and glorify the devil? Because that's what Halloween is. Yes. That's what it's about. It's about darkness.
Yes.
You don't go trick-or-treating at 8 a.m.
No.
You wait till it gets dark and scary.
Everything about it is to glorify the absence of light.
Yeah. So if you want to do that, again, that's your decision.
Yeah.
But don't tell me that is not going to come back and rear its ugly head at some point as your children get a little bit older. In the 40-something years that I've been in our church and the 30-something years of it that I remember.
Right.
Because you don't remember much when you're 5 or 6. I can't think of a single family over all the years that has been in our church that let their kids go out for Halloween that has a child still serving God.
Wow.
That I'm aware of.
Right.
But I know where most of them are.
Right.
Over the years. Now, some of them may have come back because I don't check up on these people.
Right.
But all of the ones who did it's okay, it's no big deal. Look how cute she is as a princess.
So I'm just going to add something to
go
that.
for it.
So the whole dress up thing and be cute, you can do that 364 days of the year.
No, it did it. Well, don't do it at Christmas. That's weird.
I mean, kids dress up as like elves.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? And reindeer. But
you don't have to have Halloween to dress up.
No. Like, so
right?
Example, our little one, because he loves playing dress up. So for his birthday, in the past month, he's gotten a dentist outfit, a cop outfit, and the armor of God. Because he loves playing dress up. Yep. And you want to know what? He puts it on whenever he wants. It is not more fun or less fun because of the day he does it. Yeah. He does it when he wants to, and he enjoys it. And he thinks it's fantastic. Our other two kids are a little bit older, so they don't do it as much. But you don't need, in the natural realm, not just the spiritual, the natural realm, your kids can do whatever they want. There's not that you don't need an excuse to dress up and have fun. A. B. Was talking to a friend of mine, and their youngest is getting old enough to ask questions. Yeah. And their youngest asked their mama, or didn't even ask her, just said, I would really like to go out for Halloween this year. And the mother basically said, well, why is that? Now, this family does not celebrate Halloween for the same reason that we don't, because if you're running to the light, the only way if you participate in Halloween, you are running away from the light. You are not running towards the light. And we have made a decision to run towards the light. But in asking this child, why? Their response was, well, I want candy. So the mother's response was, we can go to the store and buy candy. And the kid's response was, oh, great. And that was it. End of discussion.
Yeah.
Because this is not something that's normal for them. They've never celebrated. They don't have a desire to celebrate it, and they avoid it. But the child's number one reason for wanting to go out was candy.
Yeah.
So the mother is going to the store and getting the candy they want.
Why do you think that candy has become such a big part of Halloween?
To entice the children.
Like, why? That is the only reason that candy is a part of Halloween. Is it's great marketing.
Yep. Yeah.
And, which everything's marketing, but exactly, everything's marketing. Don't tell me that the devil or the evil forces, or however you want to look at it.
Right.
Don't tell me that they haven't looked at this and said, huh, I bet we can get them with candy. Like, and again, not to fully flip this out of the spiritual for a minute, but we also spend most of our lives when we're raising children teaching them to not go to strangers' homes.
Yeah.
To not take candy from strangers. But tonight it's okay.
Right.
Like, and again, I know that's a little nitpicky thing, and that's just me being me, but good gosh, it's ridiculous.
This is the other thing. And again, I wanted to address it for the main reason that I think our children are very important. Mm-hmm. The enemy's sole attack is against families. And he is going hard after our children.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And the thing that we need to do is we need to protect our families, and we need to protect our children from the enemy.
Yeah.
And as parents, what you and I do, we are to train our children in the way they should go, so when they are old, they will not depart from it. We are training our children to run after righteousness. We are training our children to run after holiness. We are training our children to run after what's right. Does that mean they'll be perfect? Absolutely not. But does it mean that they will be able to know the difference between good and evil, right and wrong? Yes. And this is one of those days where we have as parents, a very important decision to make in what we are allowing into our children, what we are allowing our children to be affected by. And we are making or breaking some of their belief systems.
Yeah.
Because we make a stance. If it is not from God, we don't want to be a part of it.
Yep.
Now, I've heard that, well, you're giving up so much and you are not, there's so many things that you can't do because of it. That's not true whatsoever, right? Again, when it comes to this, my kids can still dress up, just not for Halloween. My kids can still have candy, just not for Halloween. They are absolutely missing nothing.
Yeah.
Other than participating in something that glorifies the enemy. Who do you think's going to be happy with your decision? Right? Let's just put it simple, make it simple, black and white and plain. You are coming up against Halloween and you're doing the should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And I recognize that there are some parents out there that may not understand
or may not care.
I'm going with the may not understand.
That's because you're very polite.
I know. I'm trying to be encouraging right now. But you may be going through do we, don't we, do we, don't we? You have a very important decision to make. Mm-hmm. And by taking a stand for something that is against the world and for God, you are doing more than just not going out for Halloween, but you are choosing Christ first.
Yep.
And that is such an important decision that you can boldly make. And you can do the whole, well, everybody else is doing it. And I know a lot of Christians that are doing it. You are not called to be like everybody else. You are called to be separated out.
Yeah.
And, the scriptures also talk about wide is the way to hell, and narrow is the way to heaven, right? God's way is narrow. Not many find it. And you can go the easy route, the wide path, or you can walk the walk that God has laid before you. And this is one day you get to make a definite choice in who you serve.
You get to show your children that you are making a definite choice, which they may not realize now because they're children. But
right.
But this will stick with them.
You have an opportunity to be bold. And it's so funny because people are watching even when you don't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
And people are, if you say you're a Christian, people are watching the decisions you make.
Yep.
And it's so funny because I was with somebody not too long ago and I had mentioned, that my youngest had gotten a cop uniform for, and they loosely know that I'm a Christian. They don't know whether I celebrate Halloween or not, right? But the funny thing that I found is when we sat there, this lady looked at me. She goes, "Oh, would he wear it for Halloween? Oh, he could wear it for Halloween." And then she just looks at me. She goes, "Do you celebrate Halloween?" And it wasn't. This is somebody who is not a Christian. This is somebody who, honestly, doesn't believe much in the Bible.
Yeah.
And knows very loosely that we are Christians. But her automatically response was, and not by my reaction, but by her question, "Oh, he could wear it for Halloween." Wait, do you guys do that? And I was very confident in saying, "No, we do not." And you could see that there was almost like a satisfaction to, okay, so you guys are actually who you say you are.
Yeah.
Because we are willing to stand up and we don't walk both lines. Yes?
Nothing.
But there is a boldness in that decision, but you have a choice of it's good or evil, hot or cold.
Well, I want to jump on that for a second though, because her response was what we would think it would be, what we would want it to be.
Right.
Right? Would be that, oh, yeah, you guys are Christians. You probably don't do that.
Right.
So I want to go after two things for a second, and that is the wording I used on purpose. One, and I probably did this last year, but I'm going to do it again just because I want to.
Do it.
One, if your church is doing a Halloween event, more power to you, right? Mm-hmm. An alternative solution or an alternative event filled with fun and games on a night when kids want to go out and do other things like getting candy and going door to door and all those other things is fantastic.
Right.
What is not fantastic is when your alternative Halloween event mirrors Halloween. So if you are doing a trunk or treat in the parking lot of your church and all the families are getting together and popping their trunks and kids are dressing up and literally doing Halloween at church.
Right.
With a biblical costume. Now again, in the church I grew up in, we did Hallelujah night and we had candy gift bags and we did have costumes and other stuff, but there wasn't a shred of Halloween in it.
Not a shred.
Right?
Right.
It was literally biblical costumes.
Yep.
Which is a trip trying to go somewhere and find a biblical costume. But to the point of like, we decorated treat bags in kids' church and then they got filled with candy. Yep. And a fair amount of candy.
Yeah.
To the point that like we couldn't use orange or black, which again seems ridiculous and comical, but it also makes a distinct separation.
Well, that's it.
And again, you can make fun of me all you want for it, but it was different. It wasn't someone trying to Christianize Halloween.
No.
Every time I see a trunk or treat event at a church, I just giggle. Just let them go out for Halloween.
Right.
Like, you're putting so much effort in to literally replicate. Now, you've made it a safe space, which is wonderful. Mm-hmm. But like, I would hope your neighborhood is a safe space too. Right. Like in all reality, like if we're being honest here.
Well, I think what it comes down to is being bold and not riding the line, but making that firm, final decision that to separate yourself.
You shouldn't have the appearance of evil.
No.
Right?
Right.
So if you're doing trunk or treat.
A lot of people do trunk or treat.
It's pretty similar.
Yes.
Right? And again, I'm not picking on your event, and I know a bunch of you worked really hard on your trunk decorations, but like, come on, man, just stop. Like what you said at the top, and what got me fired up when we both got home tonight as we were talking about this was, why do I? And this was me talking, obviously, but why am I continually debating Christians to not be like the world, to find excuses for them to be more worldly?
Right.
Why am I debating Christians over the validity of trunk or treat? Because I've had that debate.
I know.
Like, if you want to go do something that you feel is acceptable, go do it. But don't try and get me to approve it. So
the biggest thing, and we've seen this just continually happening, that line, that fence. There's one saying that
there is a saying.
There is a saying.
There is one.
You know, and I talked about in the beginning, right? You can be, there's good and evil, hot and cold, good and bad, right? And there's that middle line. And I think it came out, I don't know if it was at Charlie Kirk's funeral or whatnot, but I've seen it a few times since, where it says the enemy owns the fence.
Oh, that's good.
Right? The enemy owns the fence.
Yeah, get off the fence.
Get off the fence. Either choose God or don't. But don't choose him some days and ignore him other days. You don't have a choice to just choose him on Sunday and live like the world the rest of the week.
Yeah.
We are in a place and in a time where that is no longer a possibility. Make your decision, choose it, and go. Do not ride that line. Do not ride that fence. Yeah. Do not change who you are depending upon who you are with. It doesn't matter who I am with. I am who I say I am. And my kids and our family, we are who we say we are. And we are at a time where we can no longer, we really never could. It's just getting worse. We can no longer kind of hover towards that middle line. We need to, once and for all, make a stance and stand up for what I believe in, for what we believe in. There are so many people that are standing up for things nowadays that don't make any sense. But yet we are too afraid to stand up for who our God is, what he created us to be, and why we are here on this earth. And when it comes down to a simple day of the year, one day out of 364 days, why do we feel like that one day we can ride that fence or choose a different direction? Just for one day, you know, that whole, instead of asking for permission, I'll ask for forgiveness later.
Yeah.
Don't. Choose to stand up for what is righteous, because you are losing nothing and gaining everything. But whether you recognize it or not, by making a choice to engage in something that does not please God, but you are opening such a door to the enemy by one day, because you want your kids to look cute and you want them to eat candy. Candy isn't even good for you. Like, let's just...
Yeah, just ask your dentist.
Just ask, yes.
Or Noah.
As a dentist.
Yeah,
because
when he's dressing up as a dentist.
Adorable dentist outfits. But it is time to take a stance. And we can't be I don't even know what the word is.
Well, here's the thing. Again, it's the title of this one. It's
Yes.
running to the light.
Run to the,
So
yes.
if you are running to the light, you cannot also run to the darkness. If you are going north, you can't go south. You can't go east and then go west
at the same time. Yep.
So if you are whatever it is, whatever thing you're trying to do, we are supposed to be made in God's image. That doesn't mean we don't falter. That doesn't mean we don't all stumble.
Right.
And we don't all fail. But you should be striving to be more like God.
Yes.
So again, we're picking on Halloween because it's right around the corner.
Yep.
Right? But you can say this about anything, anywhere, anytime about your walk. What are you running to?
Yeah.
If you are not running to Him and trying to be closer to Him and be more like Him, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, what is the other option? Slowly walking towards Him, which maybe that's how you start. But if you've been a Christian for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years and you're still crawling to Christ, what are you doing? Like, get going, run.
Go. Like the time is now.
We are near the end. We're in the last days, whatever you want to call it. However you want to look at it. You can't look at the world today and go, hey, things are getting better. We need to be chasing God.
Yeah.
And I think that's been the gist of a bunch of our episodes the last little bit. Mm-hmm. Is if you're not being bold, if you are, to use the fun old thing, if you are hiding your light under a bushel, why? What are you afraid of? All the people that don't like you. They're not going to care.
No.
The people that the lady you were talking to, she wasn't offended. She didn't care.
No, not at all. And
it doesn't matter to her. If anything, she was intrigued.
Yes.
That we actually stand for the morals that we
That's it. Who she thinks we are, there was clarification in my decision to her. I bet you she would have thought twice if I would have been like, of course we celebrate Halloween. She would have had a more quizzical, concerned look because it wouldn't have equated to who we stand and verbalize to be.
Yeah.
And it would have added more questions instead of solidifying who we are. Right? So it is one day, and as parents, we have a very strong decision to make. And it is a very easy day to show your boldness and stand firm.
Yep.
We are called to be God pleasers, not man pleasers. And we're also called to be separated out.
You're also not supposed to be kid pleasers.
Ooh.
That's a whole other topic.
That is a whole other topic for another time. But yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, what are you running to? What are you chasing? Are you continually trying to find, are you scouring the Bible for truth? Or are you scouring it for the one verse that you think allows you to live the way you want to live?
Ooh.
Because I'm sure you can find something.
That you can interpret.
I monitor the the comments for Pastor's End Time.
Oh.
Those are a trip. People can find a verse for literally anything and make it work. What are you chasing? What are you going after? What are you demonstrating to your kids where your biblical moral stance is?
Right.
Right? Like, I'm just a little fed up with the wishy-washy.
I would agree. If you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
And just
wrap it up.
And we say this all
in love.
Well, because
couldn't you tell how loving I was there? That was
no,
so loving.
it is called heart and passion because we know what running to evil can do to people, and we know what running to Jesus can do for you. And if you are unaware or this is new to you and you have questions, reach out. If you want to know more why we've made the decisions, if we haven't made it clear already, reach out. But you make the choice to run to the light.
Yep. All right, we are going to leave it there. Thank you
Yes.
so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, do the thing, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Otherwise, we will see you next week on another episode of The Matt and Fiona Show.
Bye now.